I might as well. That sounded like a pretty good intro to like, hey, let's start this.
Yeah, let's start this. There are kind of three areas I want to address, especially when it comes to this character. We can talk about platforms and stuff like that afterwards. Dabuz, I'm going to be tuning into your stream for this talk.
Okay.
One of the most important things that I want to address is our advantage stage, our disadvantage, and what we were doing wrong. And I think that we can also reapproach how we're doing neutral. A lot of the approach that I'm going to be talking about, especially with this character, is going to be coming through the mindset of let's get some pre-canned actions and get a little bit of set play down, so that it's not just like we're entering in. And a lot of times when I'm watching these VODs that are coming from other players, there's a lot of like flailing or situations where it feels like everything's a scramble. Where I know that like if we have these pre-canned setups, especially because a lot of people play detethered, a lot of people like play tethered, we know what we're going to get out of these situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, before we can get to like neutral, because it's a whole other conversation that like I'm not as best in. Talking about our advantage state. There are three places where we actually do get a lot, and we don't necessarily push that advantage a lot. There's three different types of recoveries. The one that we can't really deal with, the one that have no hitbox but have any angles, and like tethers. What we're doing at ledge, we don't like. I know that a lot of times we're two frame. We try to do ledge setups that give us the ability to kind of cover as many options as possible. But I've never heard people talk about the setups itself as to okay. I know Nick Leo at one point was doing a couple things where he was like, oh yeah, if you shield that ledge, so you're covering that option, you can cover jump, you can cover roll with Loom on the outskirts, and you can cover ledge get up. Mm-hmm. But if someone just drops from ledge and hits and does a button, spaces everything out, it's really hard to respond to those options. But if we look back at, I'm going to see if I can pull this up because I had this saved, at what Ikane, a Japanese Rosa player, was. He has a preset. He has a couple of ledge presetups that specifically have to do with using platforms and using the Luma jump mechanic to make it harder for people to deal with people to just recover back on the stage. I'll pull that up. Anyone wants to start speaking on that can while I do that.
I'm very interested in just hearing this. I mean, yeah, I'm just waiting.
Yeah, so an idea my friends told me, and roommates as well, which I didn't try much. I don't know, like you guys probably tried it at some points, is Rosa at ledge and Luma roll distance. On
yes,
for as a ledge trap setup, basically. Nicleo, like he did something like that. Did he?
Yes, it's actually in his video on ledge traps.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I messed around with that a little bit. I hear you guys say about it. It's interesting. I find it can be a little bit hard to like react to like stuff safely. Like if I'm like doing this right, like it can be kind of hard to react to like all different options and not get punished because Rosa's here. But it's definitely something I've used and seen, and I'm like, maybe.
It's a very high. Oh yeah, this is what I want to talk about too. I'm putting all of the stuff that I'm finding into the lounge, just so everyone knows. So into the chat that we're in. So this is the video that I have. This is what I was talking about with. He has a couple of setups. I'm gonna put the first video out. It just basically is. You're on small battlefield. You're on platform. Just you're rising there for Rosa, and then LO there. The coverage on that is significant, especially because there's a lot of things you can do outside of that. And it's not a hard thing to set up, especially at percentages where it's more threatening.
I'm sorry, what lounge? I'm missing this.
The lounge voice chat. I'm putting it into the voice chat logs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Why is that not? It should be here. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, let's see if I can. Viewers at home.
Okay, what does that look like then?
Huh. Yeah, this is like 4 years ago.
been talking about this stuff
okay.
genuinely for years actually.
I just don't see anyone actually use it. I'm just like, I've never seen like a single person go for it in a match.
The issue is for our character. There's a lot of people who do a lot of things. They find it neat to lab the character, but they can't use it in match because not a lot of people not a lot of people are doing tournaments with this character. It's a very frustrating character to play at the higher level, and we all know that. You know that the most.
Yeah.
But and I'm pulling up a lot of stuff right now. I'm having to just go through it. But for this character specifically, like having just a setup, like a very solid setup like that can cover a lot of options based off what they choose to do. And this is like a quick response. There's other ways to get it down. I think we should start looking into things like that based off setups like this, where it's just okay, cool. We know that if we do get the perfect LL of the lunar landing, then we can do a lot more out of it.
So one thing I'm wondering, and this is something I've come across as a very common issue lately, is when we go for like ledge trap setups, like let's say I just shoot limit the ledge, do whatever, or I do this setup. Someone swings with a lingering aerial, maybe like a corner up air, can just do like ledge drop, jump up air, and just completely cut through Luma every time and beat the setup.
Now,
and that
here's
is
the thing.
Really obnoxious.
That would be really obnoxious. I do think though, because I don't know. I gotta go find Corn up there again. Ultimate frame data, Corn up air. Let's see what that looks like again. So the thing is, I think if you're using the Luma's Dare, it's gonna clank.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And because Luma's jumping back, up.
Also, holy crap! This is like actually this is a little bit difficult to get, but not the worst.
I like the flexibility.
Difficult with never doing it again too. But even if you hit the second dare and you're just on platform, Luma's gonna jump up again, even without having to go all the way through. So you can even delay. After the first dare, you could delay, and Luma's gonna jump.
Doesn't Corrin's upper go behind her towards the end of the move, so you can like hit her with Rosa?
And that's it too.
Yeah,
Wouldn't there be an exploitable end lag if someone's doing a U-air over there?
like
I just use Corner as an example. That's like not not the only
Sure.
character. Like for example, you find like a pet and they do like ledge drop, like Nair, right, or etc. etc. The point is like those like kind of big lingering aerials off like ledge drop jump are a pain point for trying to ledge trap, and it requires me to like wait that out, like aggressively wait that out and punish it.
is this a solution? Is this a situation where mashing up tilt could work? Like do this and down
To get around.
down and
So
then
again,
just go over it, and then up tilt also clanks with a lot of things. Like I almost never have Luma get hit while I'm mashing this out.
so the thing is, and with this setup specifically, the one of the most important things to take in consideration is just the risk reward for you, especially on a full health Luma. Even if Luma gets hit, it's not like we're getting hit. It's not like we're losing position. And the opponent still has to get... If the opponent stays at ledge, that gives us the opportunity to punish them, because they can't just regrab ledge. So now they have to find a way to scramble to get back on anyways, and just losing the invulnerability does actually do a lot for us. We force a situation now where it's like, okay, now being at ledge for them is stressful, and we can figure some stuff out too.
I don't think regrabbing the ledge is a horrid option for the opponent here, because like if Rosa's standing on the platform, he's not in a position to punish. Luma's in tumble.
I mean, we should react to that. Like, if they have to regrab ledge, like doing a ledge drop. The thing is, most people do like ledge drop, like aerial, like ledge drop, jump aerial, and land on stage while hitting Luma, right? Like they'll be like here afterwards, and Luma got hit.
And then
Which-
we'll be on platform.
Or like we could be standing here, but like if Luma's in tumble and we're standing here, this is an awkward position, right? Where like let's say Luma's not dead, but it's in tumble, so we're here. We don't have Luma at this range, and someone's at ledge. This is a really awkward position to be in.
Could we still try keeping them in the corner? Like, Luma's hopefully not off stage, and
Yeah.
and
like, we can
if they
try
hit
keeping-
Luma again, it's like a free fair.
Well,
yeah,
because
like, we can try like doing like this, like this. It's. I don't know.
also, please do note, if we're just doing the setup to have Luma in position, because the timing of this matters too. If we're putting Luma in position for just to go for the first dare, and they haven't gotten close to recovering, we can always do back air. That pulls Luma back to where we are at.
Oh, interesting.
And then now we have, and now keeping it Luma at a good range, we could do a lot more. Also, very importantly, if everyone is familiar with proximity boost or the will speed tech, you can actually force it here. So there, like from this setup, just the dare setup, just to start it off. That's the pre-camp. That is a set play that we're looking for. Just having this, then we have the options of freedom to do whatever we want.
Yeah, I can see it. I can like when someone's like kill percents from this downer, I can definitely see that because
100%.
that is a low commitment setup and it's just an extra mix up that might have a bit more versatility than doing something like this even. Because I always find with this setup in particular, if they like get up attack Luma, since our smash is pretty weak, it's hard to kill him for hitting Luma with like a get up attack unless we want like hard called out with like no up smash like beta get up attack out and like forward smash.
100%.
That's a cool idea.
The thing at the end of the day, that is more so what I care about, and what I want to talk about with this as well, is there's a lot of terms that don't get used by Smash players. It's more of like a predominant fighting game thing. But having these pre-can actions, having things that are very low risk for our character to kind of like engage or set up is going to be very crucial as this game develops. The thing is, like, remember, like Ice Climber mains right now, even though a lot of their stuff is high risk, their reward is so significant. We don't have to get into that level of risk to be able to reap that level of reward based on what our character can do. Especially considering our most important thing about how our character operates is it's more about spacing and how that grants us rewards.
Yeah, I was like examining my play recently, and I was like, I think I take too much risk going for random stuff, and it's like almost never worth taking risk. Like I do this just like stuff way too much. Where I'm like, I'm gonna down here, and then I'm off stage. And I'm like, what am I doing? So I can understand what you're saying about that.
Yeah.
Also, if you hit that back air, you have nasty setups into jab locks. You have nasty setups into smashes.
Yes.
There's like just getting the dare into back. Like if you call out roll, or even if you're just trying to play it safe, there's so many things you get off of it. Plus, it also gives you into a good position to start getting ready to up air if they're going to come at you, or if you feel that they're going to take ledge jump.
I can see. They definitely have to
Also, I'm still going to keep combing because there's also another thing I want to pull up too, because this also applies to platforms and dealing with people on platforms, and it's the same idea.
I can make a short interjection that's semi-related. I think this is really cute. I don't know if it's good, but if you like fall through a platform and immediately start Luma shot, you can keep Luma on the platform.
I like doing this specific. I should use this more consideration where you do like not charge it, but just like do this to put Luma above someone.
Yeah.
Actually, that remind me later to talk about potentially positioning Luma in the air in neutral, like there. But we can talk about that later when we're done with this stuff.
Okay.
So actually, onto Fretzel's point. If you're doing the Luma
can
shot,
I add something on the edge traps?
Absolutely.
Wait, yeah. If you expect to get an attack, can you react with up tilt cancel there to make Luma just jump over the get up attack with up tilt? Because that often works. And if you're detethered, it combos into up smash because Luma's gonna jump.
I've definitely done like this. I definitely have done that before.
Yeah, like doing this to go over. It's
Probably.
fairly
You can
But I don't know if you
react
can
to
do
the
it on
initial
reaction.
frames of the get up attack. You can react to that.
Yeah.
But you're talking about reacting to the point where you can actually hit the nair afterwards. You're reading the get up attack in terms of you going in with the nair and cobbling off of that, but you can react by having Luma do the up tilt. If you react with, let's say, a wave dash up tilt, you can do that without committing to the nair, and you could just go off your reaction to that, and that will work.
Okay.
And thought, as I keep playing, people like learn the matchup more. Crazy people learn the matchup. I find doing like this type of setup, like let's say it's just like down tilt nair, right? Cover things. It's super committal for that nair, obviously. Like, because if we like nair to someone, they like we don't hit the regular get up with that or whatever. They can just parry the nair and kill us. And I've seen this too many times where I'm like, all right, so you know this kind of setup, oh they parried, or like this kind of setup, they mashed between the aerial, or like the tilt and the aerial or something. And like, it feels like nairing the ledge, or at least committing to it, is a lot more committal than it used to be. Like people have like really understood like the gaps in doing this.
I can agree. People are starting to parry my nairs more, and I'm starting to be like, I actually have to be careful with this move more.
Yep.
So, looking at what Freckles was talking about, where you can drop through and Luma shot Luma, what that does is it puts Rose at roll distance, and it puts Luma just above the ledge. So you have the option of doing the Nick Leo setup, but at the same time, Rose is in position to take care of any kind of aerial that somebody might hit on Luma being at that height. So they would have to really commit to hit Luma because Luma's above the ledge now, not on the ledge. Still threatening the ledge. And if you need to, you can run in and do something at that point.
So
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. That does make sense. But even before that, I'll say the setup that we were talking about even earlier, if you're using the Luma shot on platform, then you can just do rising dare. So that Luma comes on platform, Luma's now below, and then you can fall through the platform again. You can get that, even the same setup we were talking about earlier. There's just getting that positioning crucial. Crucial, especially for this character that struggles.
I agree. I mean, even without the platform, you could just do like a rising like down air, and it can be because you know we can do like that to Lunar down air, and that was also just another step without platform even because I think if we do like this, for example, it's just like Luma. I think this would make Luma jump. He like hops a little bit sometimes. It's like we might. Okay, won't go get attack. Like we can still kind of do that to cover different ledge options. Like if you're gonna do like this and then like up air over the get up attack, right? Or like that if we're confident in a roll, maybe. Maybe just do like this. Just a little thought if we don't have a platform around and we still want to do something like that. Even feel like
Forgot about this one. And this one is if there's no platforms.
yeah.
I thought this guy a lot. What was it again? I think I was looking for.
Wait, I mean, what if I do this and I like forwards?
There's a lot of setups. I'm looking for one thing specific. Find it.
Ooh, look at this. This is a weird one. Ooh, that's a weird setup. I do like the full hop downer. Oh, and full Luma shot downer. And then you can like forward smash afterwards. And like that positioning for the forward smash will catch people off guard for sure.
Absolutely.
They're holding ledge.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of just panic when they see Luma do things they're not ready for. So probably at least take it.
I gotta save this as well for a neutral discussion. We'll talk about that afterwards. Gotta find the thing I'm looking for.
Do. I kind of suck personally, like using like ultra free kind of setups. I'm definitely more of like I like lab tech and shit, but like I definitely intuit a lot of things. So
Yes.
So that setup you were just doing before, where you did the dare and then the smash, if you drop through and dare, does it work similarly instead of doing the wave dash?
what do you mean by work similarly?
Right there, that's what I was talking about. So what you were doing was just like the short hop, waveland dare to get, I can't remember the name of it right now, to get the dare out. If you drop through, you can get the dare out as well.
Yeah, you can cover roll with that.
Okay.
And like when people see like the Luma downer, people are gonna generally react to seeing Luma downer with something. Like even without thinking about it, they're just gonna like kind of know like there's a bit of lag they can try to get around.
Cool.
There's lag, and if you fight a good character, then they know what moves trade with it if they play a Rosalina enough. Because that move does not beat out a lot of things. Not
So
as much as I would like.
I have a question for everyone here. If we're talking about what gives us most advantage, especially at ledge, do we think that we get the most advantage from being in the tethered state?
I think we get the safest advantage, and I think that's more important. Just because like I don't think Rosa plays like the normal ultimate like explosive playstyle that well. Like I've been trying to push that more, and I always just feel like no, she just doesn't do that. So
Sorry, keep talking. I actually have something to say about what Vicky said.
no, go on.
If it is a character that, let's say we're fighting against Luigi, Dabuz, you don't play detethered against Luigi at ledge for a very good reason, because you don't have to care about him jumping from ledge. There are characters that we have to care about jumping from ledge. If that is the case, detethered is the safest option. Let's say we're fighting against a Roy at ledge. Roy has an instant option off ledge, jump side B. Let's say it's Pac-Man, jump fair, something like that. If it's Luigi, their aerial mobility is crap. So what Dabuz does, he'll sit at roll distance and do down tilt, because Luigi's roll is our roll. It sucks. It doesn't have invincibility the entire way through. But we can react. In that situation, roll distance is the distance we want to be at, regardless detethered or untethered. That's a safe option. Whether or not we're detethered is slightly different. Let's say we're fighting against a Donkey Kong. I don't know. Their get-up attack is so bad that we can cover that and hit that from roll distance, right? But it's just small stuff like that. So it's really just who has the aerial mobility that we want to like be able to call out safely with detethered. Like if it's
Okay. I'm glad
want
that
to be
you
detethered.
I'm glad that you brought that up. I think there's an important distinction in when we're talking about this character between just at the bare bones playing the game and playing to our advantage. I think that if we are like we can just sit at roll distance for a lot of characters, see what they do, and then react accordingly. That's true. But even as I was watching a player who I'm really amped about, I think his name is Solo. Solo has been pushing what we do by aiming to do things more for the setup. There's a lot of things our character can do in a lot of setup in Labbed, especially by like some of our more predominant labbers like Wilski, Napster even has a couple setups. There's a lot we actually get out of the tethered at ledge, especially if we can get back air, predominantly because we have the ability effectively to get a jab lock from anywhere on the screen. And yes, this is assuming that your opponent doesn't tech, unfortunately, but we have the ability to force that situation and then force a tech chase. So I feel like if we're not using our ability to kind of space ourselves out to create that situation, then we're not really like playing the character itself effectively. And I'll mute off that.
I think that's valid. I mean, do you have any more specific examples, maybe? I'm trying to like.
Quite a few. there is. So there's a weird thing about this game that is actually super weird, but like you can't. There's no way to know about this. Only our character really can really do this because we can only force these situations. If you hit somebody with a jab when they're in balloon knockback, it forces them to go straight down. Like, straight down.
Oh, like the way the jab lock system works, if they are in the middle of knockback, a jab will send them straight down.
Straight downwards.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we do that with Luma back air into our own jab. That sends them down.
Doesn't have to just be Luma back air. If we're in detethered state, there is like an entire boxing range where they now have to be worried about Luma pushing them forward into us. They have to worry about us because we can respond to everything that's going on to them. And also, we still have Starbut, so you have tools that can keep them out of the ring, but also in the ring seems to be our best option, especially at 70%, roughly around that area. There's a lot we can get around that if we can get someone sandwiched in between. A really good example is Luigi rolls in. If I could pull up this video, I would do it. But we have Luma behind us. We know that Luma has a really weird thing where it can slingshot forward. We know that they're going to roll in. That's Luigi. We already detethered to shoot it backwards because we don't want Luigi to be messing up Luma because Luigi actually has the ability to take Luma behind him. We send Luma forward. We get a grab. We get a dash grab. So Luma dash grabs in the air. We throw it. It's a really weird setup. It's like, and I'm going to call it a Twitter setup, but it still gives us the ability to forward smash out of it. Can we lab that and get it set up for a game? Not necessarily. I don't think that situation is something that we can like force. But the fact that we have situations like that means that there's a lot of things that we should be labbing, especially on a general basis of this. And if you have a really disadvantageous get up attack, and a lot of people like to get up attack because they see Luma at ledge and it's like, I'm just gonna kill it. We can punish that heavily. Is my thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I think supposed to do after that, I just like to, like, jump, like, kind of, like, wait for it and then, like, jump fast fall in there and it gets me decent value a lot of times. Oh, here's actually thought, I was thinking about, because, and this wasn't even my idea, but I was talking to someone, and we could use down throw more. Like, we could actually use that move when we're ledge trapping someone. Because even though we don't get anything true off of, like, someone DIing in, right? Like, we do down throw, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna DI in. Actually, it's gonna randomize from DI in and right? It's like, that positioning kind of sucks for them, if you think about it. Get better positioning, because, so like this, obviously you get a combo there. We can position like this, and that's kind of awkward, right? Because they have to, like, evade us, and we're really close to them. Whereas, like, third throw, you know, we actually can't chase off that. Like, it can set up an edge guard on some characters. But the further positioning, it, like, we can go for better setups like that when we do down throw. Like, oh, wow. Like, even like that, where it's like, you know, we kind of send them at the range, or send them after the down throw bear. It's more damage. And we're close to them after the back air, of course, because we're drifting in. So, it gives us the potential to kill them. Or, once again, this is like, how often do we actually get anything off that forward throw versus good players? Let's be real here. Like, I do this and, like,
yeah, not much.
Yeah.
Also, just down throw up air kill confirms.
I am so annoyed. In Smash 4, it was such an easy confirm when people DI'd in, but Luma up air is not frame 3 anymore. So
Yeah.
it doesn't feel true.
It was frame 3.
It's like, this is basically, that can be true, but honestly,
Yes.
the window for that to be true is so tiny. And if you
Yeah,
don't
it
have
is.
Luma, it's kind of awkward as well to, like, hit that.
And once,
No Luma, it won't. There's no way it's true without Luma.
oh yeah.
My question is, at lower percentages, so let's say we're operating on 40%, like 40 to 60 or mid percentages, what does the down throw look like?
I mean, honestly, with that percent, I'm just going for up throw probably for the guaranteed combo, but let's see.
Well, the thing is, like, we can get the guaranteed combo, but
I mean, like, you can do that, and you can, like,
At
do that.
those percents, I think up throw one still combos, but two, forward throw still sends both far enough, and also it doesn't send that far to where you can still, like, get maybe a decent combo, like a back air off of someone, like, not paying attention, right? Like what Dabuz is doing right now. That's just better than going for down throw in every respect.
Yeah, like, I will take the guarantee damage like for sure if it's like, oh, like that's guaranteed like 25 damage. Like that's
Also, yeah, does that still go onto? No, okay, that's still too high for someone to go onto a platform to attack chase with Nair. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh wait.
yeah.
yeah, that's still
Something
fine.
I've been trying to pay attention to is when my moves will send or put people in a tech chase situation on platform, because we all know Rose's tech chase potential is very high, just because of how good Nair is as a combo tool and how well it covers every tech option. So, I don't know, just something I've been doing.
I put something in the chat specifically about that from the same person who created the setup that I showed earlier. He actually has quite a few things on like if we're down throwing at that percentage, and they have to now tech on platform, this is what they're getting. Oh, they have to shield on platform now because they're afraid of pressure. This is not what we can get.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's cute, but again, effective as hell. The coverage is high, especially if we're forcing people to shield. Because I also think that Rosa specifically, if you're gonna shield against her, we should punish. Don't let people shield for free.
Yeah, Rosa
That-
on shield is stupid. Like Luma on shield is stupid.
That is a. Honestly, I do not think any reasonable person is just gonna like. Actually, I don't know. I can't be allowed with like lunar dash like up to shenanigans. That is.
It looks very technically difficult to do.
I don't know. That it doesn't look. It does not look difficult to do. It looks difficult to like condition someone to shield enough to be like take that. Granted, I'm not sure if it's gonna work on PS2 either. Probably won't work on PS2 with short hop, and then full hop might leave us too vulnerable.
My thing is, it's not necessarily I'm saying this exact thing that you're seeing is the thing that we should be doing. It's this idea is what we should maybe be looking more into. Because again, if someone's gonna be on platform above you, they should die for it.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the idea here is approaching from the platform from the air. Is there anything else we could even apply to this that isn't putting ourselves in extreme risk by approaching from the air?
Lunar jump. If you're using I'll pull it up from my notes. Actually, I can even pull it up from this Discord. If you're using the lunar jump, but again, you have to be in detethered to even be able to set that up. You're just basically just throwing Luma at the path platform, and because of the speed in which Luma's coming at, it's going to be like they've already teched, they've already misteched. You now can just react and see what their options are going to do, and then you can use Luma first and then approach after. Even an LD to get under, so you can up smash platform. Again, it sounds very weird to go for something like that, but if you know this is a situation that you're aiming for, then you can put people into these situations. Like pull it up.
If they're on platforms, could we like charge Luma shot on platforms, like the thing like through the platform with Luma staying on it?
I mean,
How in
I've been
advance would
doing
we have
catches on platforms with that, yeah.
how in advance would we have to do that? Like, is that a hard call out?
What, doing something like this? I'm not quite sure what you're trying to ask.
I mean, I could see like a tech chase, and then if you somehow get Luma up there, what kind of moves do that?
I actually did something on this. It's forward air. It's a LL fair gets people on platform.
Something like this. I think I can kind of see it.
Oh wow, that's nice percentage.
Yeah. So if you get any move that you can, even if it's like a Dak Nair into fair, you can get it. It'll just put them straight to platform. I used to do down tilt dare to that to go over more tech situations, but there's better ways of getting that without having to rely on teching.
Does that work at mid percent, or is that something only at low percent?
Oh, it works at mid percent. It works at mid percent too. It's messed up. It's actually like really good. But this is what I was talking about.
Because I know you can do that into up air at high percent. That'll kill. I would like if we could have a platform thing at high percent.
I'm just saying having the LFR exist means that we can just get stuff.
Yeah, I mean that hits ledge too. It's good.
I've tried using this for ledge trapping. I'm gonna say right now.
It's
If
not
you guys
that
have a use for it, go ahead. But I have tried finding use for this, and I always find that it just no.
You never like trying to mix up between that and the down air? I see it, yeah.
Because like they
So-
kind of have similar timings, but like the downer just covers a lot of stuff more reliably. And you have to commit. You have to like, I have to wait here, be confident the Lunar Light Bear is gonna hit and do like this. Like, you
Yeah,
have to
and
commit.
back air hits too, right? Back air is the same thing and better.
So I'll say this. Coming back to the thing we talked about earlier, if you're detethered and you're doing a setup where you have like a move in between, so you're just hitting you're hitting that dare, then yeah.
Yeah, like I can see it. Like if there's like a very specific percent where the downer is not gonna kill, like I can see it. But no, because it doesn't even hit ledge if you're not tethered, because then it doesn't hit low enough. Like you need to specifically hit like the lunar land version for Luma to go low enough. Yeah, see, like if I do
Even
this,
even with the dare won't hit low enough.
no, I'm saying the forward air won't hit low enough. So I can get the
Wait, I think if you hit Luma, if Luma's falling, so like if you're on platform and you dare, and then you hit the fair, I think it'll go through. I don't think it'll go through if you just hit the, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, here, let me try my frame. So like I think it's just do like this, right? And then we do the forward air. See how like I found the character's ledge hold. Oh, you know the other issue with this I have is like you have to position it differently because like the forward air kind of moves forward, right? So it's like the downer is gonna hit the ledge perfectly here.
Yeah.
Like that's great.
The forward air will not.
Yeah, the forward air is gonna go too far forward. So then you do like this, but then that doesn't really cover anything. So you just get a super heavy amount of lag.
I see the problem. Okay, I see this. So I know how to make that work, but making it work will be kind of like useless. You would have to be on platform with Luma down there, or Luma like jumping up, because Luma will dip further down with a dare. But if ready, there's too many troubleshooting for it to even make this situation make more sense. I think one of the things. Sorry, go for it.
No, it's the workarounds for it end up leaving too many gaps where we're just better off like not bothering with it. You know, like I'm super open to ideas, and even me being like I want to try a lot of these things out. This is one of those things where I'm like, in a real match, the amount of time you spend setting it up and like all these weird intricacies, someone's just gonna kind of see it and be like, I'm just not getting hit by it. It's too obvious.
Like you and Gluto? Whenever he sees you he just stands on the platform, he sees you try to set up all the up tilt stuff, and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, kind of.
So let's put that into the shenanigans pile. Things that will only work once and never again.
Yeah.
This is like clip material, but I do want to ask about it.
Go for it.
Using Luma Shot to edge guard, it's really fun when it works, and I've personally been going for it more often because it's really funny. And I've seen Kimonito do it as well, but he's not here right now, so we can't interrogate him.
Okay. How exactly do you edge guard with Luma Shot? Because something I've tried to do is run off stage wave bounce Luma Shot to set up a dual edge guard, basically. Try and set up a dual edge guard.
Yeah. Honestly, I've wanted to do that, but I've lacked the willpower to practice my wave bounces. How is that been going?
Somehow I'm getting it like decently regularly. Because it's probably because I was inputting wave bounce neutral B when trying wave bounce side B, which is much easier in my opinion.
I
so I just translated that.
How effective has the situation been once you set it up?
I don't find it that successful, but I'm also really bad at edge guarding in general, which is a problem. Because Luma's forward air is really, really bad for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do like that, and then like if I can get the wave, no wave mask, whatever. So you have to do like
Yeah, put
this,
Rose in the front, I guess, and like,
or like
oh
go back
yeah,
and
that kind of
turn
stuff.
around.
Yeah, yeah.
Then like yeah, at that point it might be the same issue of like once this isn't really a pre-canned setup, and like that might just be too like too like
Also, I'm way too used to playing against Brawler who can recover high with down B, and Luma struggles to catch him, and now that Rosa is down there, she won't do anything either, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. Our goal is to hit them with the Luma shot. Or at the very least,
Yeah.
kill them with Luma shot. Like, just run off Luma shot.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're just trolling, girl. I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, if it was good, Samus would be doing it with like their charge shot. But like, I think you could use it to force out jumps because. Anyway, we'll see.
Maybe on
But is that
particular
not-
characters and stuff, but yeah.
I can see nice saying like that. Like if I kind of treat it like a set of Starbits, maybe something like kind of a mid percent where Starbits doesn't do enough. You do like
Yeah.
that. And it's
Like the
functionally
goal,
similar.
the advantage of it is more so that it feels like you can act out of it really fast. So
Yes.
you blocked
It looked
off that
really
option with
effective when I
Luma
saw
shot.
you using it in tournament before. Because the person kept jumping at first. You kept catching it with Fair. No one wants to be caught with Fair by Rosa out there, so they just dropped instead. At which point you started hitting him with that.
So the question
Yeah, you
also
could
comes
play
down
that
to
like a
like,
50-50.
how is the risk like? So we could talk about this from like it would be nice if this hits, or like how is okay, like we could talk about that. But like for the risk reward aspect of this, do we really gain a lot of benefit from sticking our neck out there that far?
Oh,
Well,
you're
are
right.
we really committing? Like this is like I do this right. Like if I do, let's just say I do like this because I don't want to charge and be super linear. Like
Yep.
I don't think I'm committing much. I can just be like boom, and then like since Rosa gets back to ledge pretty quickly, it's like there's
Yeah.
not a lot of risk if you don't like charge it. You know what I mean? It's gonna require knowing where the opponent can go, and I wouldn't recommend it versus say like a Palutena recovery that just teleports
Yeah.
to ledge immediately.
Like, this
But,
is
like-
Omega character dependent anyway.
But, like,
Yeah.
I've had it happen at least once where Luma shot forces them into like jumping or using an air dodge, and then you can hit them with Rosa. Like,
Yeah,
they
like
have to use
I
an
can
option to
totally
avoid
believe
Luma.
that this is a viable setup on some, like in some situations. And now it's just a matter of like recognizing them. And I said just, and it's not like it's easy, but it's not.
I love the Lorenzo take. Omega character dependent. Everything Rosa does is very character dependent.
Yeah,
That is
but the thing is,
true.
like, no, but that's
That is true.
unfortunately.
And every edge guard is character dependent anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
I've
nice
also-
boost setup, Freckles. I will say, we're not playing the Ryu of Street Fighter. We are definitely playing Ibuki. I know that not like if any of you guys have played Street Fighter, and if any of you guys have played Street Fighter 4, there was a document where they highlighted every single weight, every single tech chase, every single character got hit differently by Ibuki Shuriken setup, and they made sure that there was a graph that like set up every single thing for this. The only other character that does what we does that to that level for us, or like in this game, is effectively just Ice Climbers. The only thing that's closer related to us, and how difficult and like well built they have to be. Yeah, I know you made. I know you did. I know you did. I know you made Ibuki, you crazy person.
12 target combos, damn.
But
Okay,
also
so-
like, sorry, go.
No, actually, never mind. You finish your thought.
I was gonna say this. You playing Tekken right now. You know how this game's gonna go. You know it's gonna be a lot of just we are gonna have to maybe start getting into that. This is what general matchup flow chart looks like, and then this is it's Ness and Lucas. Just get them off stage and kill them here.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think
Okay,
I'll be honest. I feel like edge guarding is weird. I'm not want to like talk about it too much. I feel like it's weird where a lot of times also it's both character dependent, but also it like really depends on your setup. Like there's so many times where it's like I can't edge guard someone because I like threw him at like 100, like back aired him here. But like, if I like down tilt him at 70, it doesn't matter what character it is. That's enough time for me to do like this and like threaten to kill. Just like random thought where I think a lot of times our edge guard also is just like, what did we hit them with, and are we fast enough to deny them even going for recovery quickly?
Sort of like what you were saying with like down throw compared to forward air, where forward throw, where forward throw does not really set you up to edge guard, but down throw can.
Yeah, exactly.
So like we should be going for moves in neutral that will set us up for edge guarding.
Or ledge trap, yeah.
Not necessarily go for it more often, but be aware of when our moves put them in a bad spot to edge guard.
Exactly. Also, different topic completely, something I wanted to discuss though. So, I've been having an issue where, people are getting better at fighting Detective Luma. They see me do this, and they know, not just they have to hit Luma, but they know how to hit Luma. Like, oh, safe spaced back air. Hits Luma, and like, it's hard to punish that stuff. Like, oh, I do dash attack, but like, it's Cloud or Corrin or something. Like, it doesn't actually stop them from hitting Luma. So, I was wondering, as like just a concept of doing things like this in neutral, to like put Luma above these pokes and make people have to respect. Oh, Luma's on the ground, space me out. Luma's like in the air, or like this a lot especially, because I like doing this a lot. I like doing a lot of like shoot Luma, dash up, so I can control like the space immediately, and that's a lot more awkward to deal with than like this. I think this kind of sucks for good players. This has been moderately effective.
Oh, and the good thing about that is usually if they like hit or grab Rosa, you'll almost always break it.
Yep. Yeah, that's a big thing. You can't grab Rosa there. If you do this and you're ahead of Luma, a lot of attacks hit Rosa then Luma. It's like you actually get to punish them because they're getting the extended hit leg after hitting Rosa's shield. But yeah, it still like doesn't work versus like someone maybe spacing like a back air with Cloud, right? So what about like this, where we actively jump Luma, so they can't hit Luma by controlling the ground. They have to control the air, which is a huge commitment compared to hitting the ground.
This might be like a tiny question that no one knows the answer to, but like sometimes it feels like if you wave dash down, Luma will just jump. Other times it feels like he doesn't want to, and I don't know what causes it.
So look at what when Luma's not doing it. That's because Luma's like right there where Luma wasn't wave jumping. It's because Luma was finishing off the dash animation. So if Luma's in an animation, even if it's like the woo, I gotta stop moving animation.
Oh, he has like a little end dash animation.
Yeah. So he has a start dash animation. He's a stop dash animation. So if you know like if he's in between the dash, he'll do it, but he's not gonna do it when he's stopping his dash, and that's the most important.
Oh, the skid. That's
yeah.
Oh,
this makes so much sense. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's super important. I will say that my issue with this is if the goal is to hit Luma, then I think that if you know that the player's aiming to hit Luma and that's how their win condition, this is really good. I think it may not be good if they just run at you and then they hit you because they realize you're doing a setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I mentioned wave dash down, because double jump, Rosa's jump feels very committable.
If you're doing Rosa's jump, fast falling into like an LL might be the move, because I think the idea is like it's cool to get this setup out there to have people watch us do it. But if they're just gonna run at us anyways, what are we throwing out what are we gonna throw out in case they come at us? Like, so is back air the idea? Is it, or even is it just jump back and then are we just always jumping backwards and then maybe even hitting down air if they're going low? Is the best position to kind of keep Rosa backwards from the options we get out of it?
It sort of reminds me of how I was having a ball of a time doing ledge jump Luma shot, and if you like charge it a bit or like put it above their head, it's way safer to put it there, and then it will like fall on them and create pressure later. If that tracks. Like, that's sort of what I was thinking when we were talking about this. If Luma's above, like even earlier when we had like Luma above descending on them, I was thinking, why don't we descend with down smash? Because that moves like borderline safe on shield when detethered. But anyway, I digress.
Because that's a because the thing is that's like a down smash is a very end point for a situation. But if the thing is like if you have Luma just bouncing up around, what you really want is to be like, okay, what is the next situation I'm getting in, or what situation am I trying to force? And you can't always force a situation, but like, what is the next situation you can get from that? If you're just down smashing at like a lower percent, it's not gonna really. It's just gonna put them back out there. Then it's okay. Now I gotta reset the situation.
Oh.
But if you're like back airing, it does so much. That does a way more.
Yeah, sorry, I should have specified. This was more so like my brain's very scattered right now.
That's okay.
I ran out of ADHD meds. But more importantly, that was more so a flashback to like the ledge trap thing, where I think down smash instead of F smash would have been a logical finisher as well. It's much safer to go for.
I just think down smash is just way more neat.
I mean, I think Rose's down smash, Rose's down smash is insane, just in general. Because like, I don't get to do this as often as I like, because people like don't let this happen, but I definitely find myself like if I hit someone's shield, like this, I will down smash, and it's phenomenal. And like this situation, I wish I could force it more, but that's super good, right? Or like obviously tech chasing. I do this sometimes, depending like if I remember about this or not. Just like run up to a ledge, like shoot Luma, run up ledge, down smash is really strong.
If you get the 2 hits, down smash is like plus 2 or 3 on shield, uncharged.
Yep.
So
actually,
even if you slightly charge it, like it's really, really gross.
I mean,
So you're telling me that we get grab out of it?
We do not. Actually, we might get guaranteed grab. Although honestly, if I'm hitting someone with a down smash like this, I'd rather like try and set up like something a bit grimier, right? Like even like that is pretty good. But like that, the idea is like we can get like if you're gonna get like this down smash. I mean,
Can you LD?
what do you mean LD? Like,
Oh, sorry. Can you not LD? Can you hit like up what's it called again? If the down smash is +2, if Luma's up tilts into Rosa's nair, would that work?
No,
I don't think you can
because
up tilt after the down smash.
it's
You can't. do
you're
anything after
+2 on
the smash.
Rosa, but not
yeah,
on
no,
Luma.
Luma's stuck in the animation.
Yeah.
That's why we
If
can't
we
just
had
get
that,
push
we,
break.
we would be broken. We might be the best character in the game if we had that stuff.
Okay, you need to chill. But
It's down smash on shield though.
No, because that would literally be every single time you Luma shot. You do down smash, and then you get a guaranteed you get a guaranteed shield break if you ever hit down smash on their shield. Literally.
yeah.
Oh,
But
you also gotta remember.
it has to be
People
double
don't have
down
full
smash,
shield
right?
health.
So like it literally it has to be both hits a down smash with Luma for that
Those
to like.
roses have to hit for it to
Yes.
No.
work. Okay. Because some of
it
them were
literally-
hitting, some of them weren't.
Yeah, it can be a little bit awkward when it's like uncharged Luma shot spacing. Which honestly, I mean, if you get like this, it's not like that. If you get like
Oh, you get down tilt almost out of that. What shield poke?
I mean, I'd rather multi jab. Let's see.
What?
Eh? Oh, that's because I hit with Rosa down smash. Yeah, down smash as well, like that.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's like it's really awkward to get the spacing with just Luma and not Rosa. You have to like slightly charge it to make it consistent.
Yes.
But it's just like it's a setup that's worth knowing, but something you can't force because someone has to be holding shield after the Luma shot, which you can force with jabs. But like you need to hit them with like close range Luma shot like this, or like this, or like charge it. Like so it's mostly for ledge trap because mostly like do like this because I can cover jump. It can still catch a lot of characters' rolls. It loses the gap attack pretty hard though, and loses obviously ledge hold on a lot of characters. But it's an interesting gimmick, and since it's kind of like fast, like the animation, it's hard for people to recognize what's going on and react with a significant punish.
Yeah, what I like to do with that is either catch people who like to normal get up shield, which is overall a terrible option against Luma, but like people still do it because it's normal get up shield. And also just bait people to do some drop off aerial and then just dash down smash with Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, my question now comes down to like how seeing this and also knowing what I know about like Rosa on shield, how do we force people to shield more on Rosa? That's just my next real question. I know like there's some characters that really benefit from it, like Chrom will just shield because up B to shield is too good. Same as like Game & Watch, or like how do we on other characters get that to happen for us and get that situation?
What?
I don't think we can force someone to shield.
You could do.
Yeah, I don't think we can force
like
someone to shield.
I do this sort of pressure a ton. People are constantly just shielding Lumo jab, and the issue is, I'm genuinely trying to get to a point where like I'm waiting to read a roll or I'm waiting to read a jump, but like I do jab pressure a lot on shield, and if you hit it, you can convert it into a rapid jab. Once I'm a bit
Freckles,
more comfortable. What?
Freckles, do you know how do you know how to do the do you know how to do PB?
PB.
The proximity one? The one where you can keep Luma really close and he kind of pops out?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I just do this.
I'll send it to you.
What you're talking about. I do
No,
You
actually,
crash between your jabs.
You're doing a shuffle.
Yeah. Is there a different one?
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Oh, okay. I mean, I feel like it's the type of thing I just kind of like go for because it's funny to me. Like, I genuinely make note of every time Lua does something weird. I'm like, I want to do that again.
Every time you say, I like this because it's funny, you're my favorite person.
Well, as I said, I'm not taking the game super seriously now, so I'm just looking for funnies.
Good on you.
It's this. I'll send it to you personally. It's pretty easy to do that.
Fallen off, but hey, I won the tournament, so.
Nice.
So the question is, so I asked Lavenzo this. So when you're doing after the down smash, even though this might be hard to execute, I know that if you do recall, you can cancel Luma's recovery. So I know you probably could cancel some of the down smash for Luma's recovery so that Luma could do another move if you do like a Luna jump special cancel. It sounds really messed up, kind of hard to do, but if the hit confirm for us is double hit of Luma's down smash, we probably might be able to get something really nasty off that.
Dabuz, can you slow down your game and see if you can hit that? See if we get any extra frames on that? Because that sounds really interesting, actually.
I was looking at the Wilski clip someone posted, so...
Do down smash and then do Luma recall and see if you get more frames off of that. As in you cut down Luma cooldown on down smash.
On block or... Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it has to be on block. It can be anything, but yeah. Actually, do it without block, just so we can actually see Luma. Because I don't think it should make a difference. And then we could try it with block.
I mean... why is the frame
And then
advantage?
just do down smash normally and just, I don't know, try doing an attack.
I don't know why the frame advantage isn't showing up. It's kind of annoying. Why is that not showing? Let's see something. Whatever. Yeah, if I do like this, and then you compare it to just this. I think because of the time you're spending on the Luma recall, I don't think you're getting anything.
Yeah, okay.
Good to know.
Like, we'd have to, like, go frame by frame, but just, like, my initial, like, look on it is, like, we do this or recall, and then, like, we're probably losing 20 time in the recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not, because it's just faster for Rosa to do something.
Yeah.
I think grab's quite neat, but that's just who I am.
I mean, grab is always, like, you know, we're Rosa, we like hitting that grab, although hitting down smash and the grab as a combo does not seem like it's actually a thing, like as a true combo.
Wait, I thought that down smash actually did combo into one thing. This is a really weird I thought it was like a really weird setup.
mean, we can do Starbits. Like, I could be wrong, but like it doesn't look like the down smash is comboing into the grab, because you have to like run super far.
Hmm.
Right, yeah, like there's no way.
So, how comfortable is everyone about delaying jabs on Rosa right now?
As in, like, holding Luma's position with jab.
Grabbing someone for a hit confirm.
Oh, I do it all the time.
I'm trying to get better at like
Jab
getting
grab?
greedier hit confirms, like jab down smash.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
But if you can jab 1, jab 2, jab 1, delay, jab 2, and in between jabs, as long as Rosa and Luma are separated, you can actually like move a little bit, and you can reposition yourself a little bit.
Yeah, walk against Link instead of crouch against Link.
That's just like kind of like a. It's really hard to do.
I'm not saying it's easy. Back when I used to play a lot more, it was the thing I practiced the most because it was just like hit 1, hit 2, and up smash, and I practiced that very specifically because like I really like jab blocks, and I'm tech chasing. It's just fun.
I'm still trying to practice this and get better at it because like. Grant, I don't think this is actually that practical, sadly, as much as it would be awesome if it was.
Damn, I'm just talking the talk. Next question really comes down to disadvantage fate. What are you guys doing when it comes to not having Luma?
I tend to play very scrummy and stall a lot off stage. Go
Is
on
that-
stage. Like really abuse like town and city platforms, callous platforms. Those ones are really good to stall for them with.
Yeah, I've definitely been trying to do the same thing, like just air camp people. Like I've been trying when I don't have Luma and I have stage control to like hold center stage, not to like press hitboxes and challenge people, but just like be like, okay, I'm center stage, like I'm here. I'm gonna like threaten something maybe and just like try to give up space slowly. Like instead of like dashing back completely, just like I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm here.
You're trying to
And,
take
like-
stage control for Luma. Like,
Yeah, for a time.
Because what, it's like 10. You have 10 seconds to kind of like maintain close to center stage. Because I know that one of the things that really kills a lot of Rosalina players are you get the ledge and you're kind of trying to recover. Luma respawns and then Luma gets it immediately. So now you've taken the 10-second delay and turned it to 20-second delay.
I mean, the only real option about to deal with that is like doing this setup, which is like, and even people have gotten better at hitting Luma in that setup. To be honest, we just hit it during the launch. Like that's like
Yep.
a pretty decent one.
I had a really weird situation where Luma was just like hanging out for a few seconds and then shot onto the stage. I don't know what I did. Sorry.
Oh, actually, I have a video on that. Same guy I keep sending clips about did something about that too. He gets stuck under the stage sometimes,
Oh.
and you can force that situation almost every time. It's weird.
So you have like a super delayed Luma going back to the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
can
actually can even.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Let's go.
No, you
There
go
you go.
first. You go.
Yeah, you can just get. Oh, come on, go. I'm pretty much done. Because yeah, you can get a super delayed recovery on it. It's
Yeah.
like kind of double.
I mean, I like doing that on Kalos, where you shoot Luma to like the bottom of the screen, and then like you kind of stall a little bit, and then Luma will teleport like onto the stage, and you can use that. It's super weird. You can't like get the teleport consistently on any other stages, but it's good on Kalos.
How do you do this? Oh my goodness, hi Solo.
So I'm looking at this Wilsky clip of like setting up the back there, and it's like it's kind of cool, but also like the amount of time you're spending to like set this up, just have like a delayed, like an extended back air is insane.
It's insane. It's insane. But that's like if we're talking about, oh god, if we're talking about the trifecta of just how players react, some players are just not gonna want to move.
Yeah,
Like they're trying to figure out what's going on. They don't want to go into like effective range. They know that they're trying to hit something very specific. So in the time where you're getting that and you're doing a couple moves in, this is just instead of doing neutral pokes, I'm doing this to get the setup. now that I have this set up kind of pre-locked, I can just jump and hold it. If I like, or if you get a forward throw, you get like a really disadvantageous forward throw. I could set that up, or I do a back throw. Then I'm thinking about setting this up. That's how I would use it. But I know that it's very, very disadvantageous.
Yeah,
And this,
I guess it's like not that bad because I could just do like, oops, I messed up bad right now. I guess it's not the worst section. I'm thinking about it a bit more. Sorry, I think my brain's just kind of like going on like a completely different like area than you were talking about right now.
That's okay.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
That
Okay, I'll pull it up.
Working.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll figure it out.
Random thing I've been doing. I don't think it's a particularly strong like setup. But I definitely gimmick people with this at least like once a set, where I just do like this, and like I catch a shit ton of people with literally just like that. I don't know why, but I get everyone with that at least once.
Oh, the fadeaway?
Yeah, you do like the dash attack cancel in there, and then you just like forward smash. You slightly charge it, and then people just get hit by the Luma a lot. Actually, you don't even have to charge it; you just have to do that, and it just catches everyone.
Let's try this.
You have to, like, fall immediately.
Yeah, it's fast fall immediately.
Alright.
Does that break
Is that what
shields if they stay in shield?
No, that does not do enough shield damage. Not even close.
Damn, the fast fall timing for instant fast fall is just not in my hands for that. Okay. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
specifically that just catch because they see the Rosa drifting back, I think, and they like don't expect like the Luma to kind of stay in place and then reach so far with forward smash. Cool.
Very cool, actually. Dak Pop Shot.
Back pop shot.
Yeah, good to know. I just name things so that when I'm coming back to it for my notes, like, oh yeah, dash attack cancel fast fall into forward smash.
Licky?
Yep.
About the video you sent about Luma getting stuck on the stage. If I understood well, it's whenever you launch it, you launch Luma, but just not enough so it doesn't get over the stage, and after it does a jump but keeping the momentum. It's something like that.
Yes.
I feel like it's so. Therefore, if you want to do that, you need to launch Luma exactly at a certain height so that it can happen.
Very much so.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a height specific. It's a height specific thing. It's a setup specific thing. So it's like if you're recovering, you have to have an idea of this part on roughly in this area on screen. It's quite lenient. But if you know what area you are on screen, that's where you're going to be able to get that. But Freckle, that's the video that I put into the lounge. That's exactly it. Where it's like, oh yeah, Luma delayed here.
Oh no, it's still not working.
You'll get it eventually.
Well, I'm glad that all the links and all the things that I've kept over the years is starting to come in handy a little bit more.
Yeah. I think it's hard to remember all this stuff and like know where to apply it. It's too much. And then like sometimes I do all this stuff and then someone's just like, yeah, you're doing the Luma steps. I'm gonna just wait for the Luma step and hit him. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And honestly, a part of that is, at least for me, I've realized a lot of that is because my setups are a little, like, there's a lot more flexibility to the setup that I'm taking advantage of. Like, I'll always Luma shot and then immediately up tilt, for example, because most people will drop shield and get hit by the up tilt. And then I've had people who are just like, yeah, you always up tilt afterwards, and they'll just wait it out and hit it. But I'm like, if I don't up tilt afterwards, they're confused, and I don't really take advantage of that.
Yeah, and then you can just like run up and like jab or like grab, and then all the FP mine, like if you like run up,
That's
and
when you
make
down
something.
smash.
Down smash, down smash.
Exactly. Like, that's just a me thing where I think our setups are more flexible than I'm currently using.
Honestly, if you not Luma Shot dash attack, if you're dash attack dack naring and you just move backwards, just Luma being behind someone, even if it's on a shield or even if they land in between you, there's so much you can do in that. The thing is, like, it's not so much about thinking about the setup, it's about thinking about the situation, right? Every time that we do something, it's like, what situation does this thing get us into? And once you're aware of the situation, then it's like, okay, now what do we get out of this? Unfortunately, the flowchart for that for our character is kind of nutty and insane. And I tried to make one at one point when it came to stuff like off ledge and on platform, but it was just a little bit too damn. What do you mean? What do you mean that if I get it slightly under the platform, there's 8 more options that I didn't take in consideration? But if you have like a lot of stuff that's labbed very heavily, especially like a lot of the, okay, well, I'm not gonna go off stage because our character doesn't suck at off stage, but if we can get put into disadvantage being off stage, what type of setups do we have for when I'm doing on ledge? Once you get that one setup down and you can see the flexibility in it, at that point it's just more so like how good your awareness is. And that's kind of where we have to get, especially in this game where unfortunately a lot of people are going at 900 miles per hour for no reason. Especially with goddamn Casio players.
One minor thing I wanted to mention, and this might be like super unhelpful. This might be super basic and obvious, but like I've personally been going for a lot more like falling up airs when I juggle people. So like positioning myself to fall with up air because Rosa's because Rosa's so floaty, she really struggles to catch like people who fast fall air dodge. So I'm trying to position myself so I'm already falling by the time the up airs will collide against fast fallers. Yeah, and if you land a falling up air, you get another up air.
Oh yeah,
So,
like if we can position for falling up air, it's amazing. My issue with falling up air is always that when we jump and position for it, like we are giving ourselves away, right? Like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna short hop, and it's like, okay, cool. Like I'm committed to where I'm jumping, and then like, wow, look how long I'm in the air, clearly covering a specific spot. Even a fall up, it's like I'm clearly covering a very specific area. You definitely get situations where it's useful if people are gonna land in a spot, especially with platforms around.
Yeah.
But it's and this creates a certain issue that I've always had with her, where I think she's really good at vortexing people. Like if you get like someone like, I don't know, you get like something like this going right to like this. She is amazing at like this vortex, and then like this situation, she's awful in afterwards. Like cool, I get that. Afterwards, she's actually atrocious in that situation because she's so slow and floaty.
Yeah.
Juggles is usually I think it's where I get most of my dare up smash confirms, because I'm just thinking like this guy will fast fall air dodge at some point, and I just wait, and if he fast fall air dodges, I don't fast fall and I just dare up smash him.
Interesting.
That's a good
Dare
solution too.
Yeah, just like people who will, because people usually won't try to attack against Rose's up air.
Yeah,
and if they try to dodge and they don't want to go to ledge, then like you can try and get their up smashes or landing their up airs. That's another option. But yeah, their down smash works before it puts into tumble. So like when they're makes them just still on the ground. So yeah, I think that's like it's something that you can definitely use. It's even happened to me once, like just getting that there, but off stage, where the guy was trying to air dodge an up air, and I just waited and just spiked him.
Yeah, I always feel so afraid to like wait out the air dodge with a down air, because like what if they swing and we're in a rebate spot? But no, that's a really good.
Yeah.
I actually love the idea of just like going for like this a little bit, and then it's like, no, you're gonna air dodge. Just,
yeah,
that's a really good idea. Okay, I'm gonna mess with that.
Because people are gonna say, why would you attack against Rose's up air and Rose's nair as well? Because our nair is huge.
Oh, and I legit, you've seen it, where I literally juggle people with nair more than up air half the time.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely like will catch like landings with like nair. Like if I think they get air dodge, I do like this. But then like especially if they DI away, you don't get like the best follow-ups off of it. Like
Yes.
It's actually the worst
100% agree with that.
to like nair someone's landing and like, oh, they DI away, so I can't up air them and they just live.
This might be like a very silly question, but I am so annoyed that like falling forward air, if you don't get the last hit, it feels super unsafe. Like it's Smash 4 comboed to up smash. Like what do you do? Or do you just make sure to get the last hitbox out when you're trying to like land with fair?
I just go for the last hitbox now. Like sometimes I'll do like this on like oops. Like, sometimes you get like the drag down, you can do like some stuff, especially that Luma. But honestly, it's always like a gimmick when I do like that. Like
It feels like
this.
the fan advantage is for your opponent.
It is. It genuinely is. Let's get a pop-up. Like getting like consistent pop-ups kind of awkward, and honestly at that point, I would like you can get pop-up fair into fair, and it can combo. I think if you get like that, but at the same time, like that's only 9 damage. I'd get the same damage just doing like, I get more damage just doing that. And then like pop up like fair into like up smash can work, but it feels really like hard to hit that single hit pop up fair. Super unreliable, and at that point, Rise are just like nair or something.
Every time.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. It's a really weird situation when it pops up, and like you're trying to space forward air, and it's like, oops.
Again, probably an observation you've already made, but it's actually really good at crossing people up on shield.
Yeah. Oh no, I love using Rose's air drift for like random cross ups with fair, just like even just like and then like I'm kind of crossing them up. Yay.
I feel like I've gotten some scummy cross-ups. Like cross-ups that just look like they should not work.
What are you posting in the chat? Oh, that's a grimy sab. That is like never hitting a real person ever, but that's so grimy. I love it.
It's hit twice. It's hit twice. And the unfortunate thing is, because like if you don't tech, for some strange reason, if you make the mistake of just not hitting the button, you have 8 frames. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, and it's gonna be funny, and we're all gonna watch. Never hit it on stream. I've hit it twice, maybe.
This is one of those setups where, I mean, actually, I was laughing this before. I think it's hard to do consistently, especially if you practice this game online a lot and you can't practice offline. But you can go for like a jab block, and if you whiff, you can react to like it whiffing with a dash grab in the direction they tech. Like it's absolutely a thing we should be going for, and I don't do it. I know I should be. It's just I'm bad execution. Where like jab, if it hits, cool, whatever. If it whiffs, grab the regular get up or the tech in place, dash grab the tech roll in or away because you can react pretty easily. Especially if you use dash tech cancel grab, it's really easy to react.
What about get up attack? Do you just lose that? You can see.
No, because you beat it, because you're timing it where you're jab blocking them, so like they can only get up attack if they don't tech.
Oh, this is okay. That's silly.
But like, it's kind of hard to do, and I would rather go for that almost every single time off like a jab block set for that reason, where it's like pretty consistent.
Could you go like, especially if you're like reacting, would you be able to down smash? Because down smash is really fast. Or is it like initial dash versus initial dash? Yeah, that's what holds you back from like reading for stronger options.
It's mostly, I think, no, yeah, it's because like you want like you don't want to do that initial dash and the down smash. Yeah, it's exactly what you said. Where you need the grab because it's fast enough to consistently catch the option on reaction.
And grab's also the bonus of beating the fastest option.
Yep, exactly. Especially with dash tech cancel grab.
been going for like lunar land up air on a platform into double jump like up air, and I think I've landed it like 3 times. I'm still gonna fish for it because it's amazing when you get it, but I wish it was more consistent.
Yeah, it depends on their DI. Any like setup with like lunar land up air depends on their DI.
Wait, actually, it might also depend on how like high Luma is. Up air will push him up.
Before up air range. Oh yeah, I know Home Solo. We do like I do this for sure. I forget who it was that told me about this, but I remember doing this once to Meister on like an online tournament, killing at like an absurd percent with this, and I was like, oh, I should do this a lot more because you can. Like, I forget who told me this. I remember I was like, whoa, wait, that's godlike. Yeah, I do it sometimes. Honestly, the main thing about it is if you aren't gonna get like a decent confirm off of it, it's like no damage. I should mess around with dethether juggles. It's something I always want to do. I always find it the same issue of just like bros in general. We're kind of like, if you want to dethether juggle, like, oh, I like hit someone with like something with like Luma, like, okay, I'm gonna do like this. No, I'm being stupid. It's like, oh, I hit them with something, right? Like, yeah, I definitely do this sometimes, and like if they go ledge or whatever, it's hard to set up this position. But I don't know, something about like the positioning of like Luma makes it kind of linear, and then hitting with just Rosa attacks for juggles is pretty hard. Not impossible, obviously. And it's something I get better at, but it always just feels harder than it should be to like, I have Luma and Rosa separated, let's juggle them with 2 positions controlled at once. And I think it's because it's hard to like keep Rosa and Luma near each other to like actually effectively control more range. Instead of being right on top of him and then like you have less range, or too far, that like you're not recovering the range effectively. But I think that's just skill issue, honestly.
My thing is, if Ices can do it, we could do it.
Well, like, Icy's reward for successfully doing it is stock. And then our setup is like, oh, we got an up air. It's like a good 14 damage from Rosa. So, like,
Room up air, it's like 2 damage.
2 damage.
Let me see, actually.
True.
That's 6 damage.
60 tethered.
Yeah, it's okay.
The biggest problem
it's definitely,
with
I think, skill issue for me.
I just think the biggest problem with our character is that like we can get damage, but racking up percent isn't always like, as you said earlier, we could do the juggle. It's neat. The second they reach out of our boxing range, what are we doing? Same thing was like forward throw off ledge. Like, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah, like how do we keep them close enough to like actually mix some impression? That's why like I do like a lot of like nair juggles. Like I hit him with nair to go for another. Like especially like 16 off characters. Like legitimately, it's almost always better to end a string with a nair than an up air, because they're super close and you get more follow ups. They're like from like 60 to 80. I find but it's like you have to like find ways to keep them close enough for that exact reason. It's weird. Although my biggest issue with Ultimate in terms of just like playing the game versus good players and characters is all the good characters don't interact, and I think Rosa is actually amazing when like she can force interactions and like player spacing game. But like there's too much shit like Hero being Hero, Yoshi and Wario full hopping around us. Like massive sword aerials that basically don't play the game. How do we even like start getting these things going when we have to hit initial hit cleanly enough that Luma doesn't die?
Honestly, I think for our character, it just comes down to the setups. And it sounds messed up to say this, but getting that tricky hit confirm into whatever BS situation we want to put them in is going to be the key to getting this done. Because I think a lot of what we have to do is just consider what situation that we're putting them in more so. Because riders are sick, but the situation where they can start falling down and doing whatever they want, that kind of sucks. if the situation that if we're ending things on Nair, that puts us into a place where it's like, okay, what is the next setup that we're setting? Like it could be something so simple as like we're hitting them far away. We get an F tilt. That's what is the next? They're at this percentage. What's the thing that we're going to be doing to kind of like set up that next thing? That's where things like the proximity boost, like the Wilsky tech, comes in, because it's like, okay, we pushed them too far away to get something that's very useful. But I know that like not hero being hero, actually really bad example for this, but a sortie being a sortie, we can't get Luma out there, but we need to get the next initial hit because they're at a really beneficial percentage. So this is when it's like, I set up Luma's now right beside me, and I know that the effective range of Luma is way higher. So for them to come into range just to bully us, they're actually more so in our range than we're in their range, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, the YOLO, even though this, again, I don't think this is effective, this is the most we ball thing, especially if you like going for nairs. If you have a good read, I think you should definitely go for stuff like this. You specifically. Because I do know that you like the ball.
I do like the ball.
And actually, I have some stuff for solo, because I was going back into my notes, specifically for solo, because actually, I rate you, Picasso.
Something I've also started doing very recently, just random small combo. I've started finally using forward throw Nair, because it's like actually pretty. I didn't realize how easy it is to consistently get like the Luma hit Nair, like specifically just Luma into Rosa, and get like up quite a bit more damage and positioning than just like forward throw dash attack, which is easier, but like really not enough.
No.
I feel so stupid not realizing it was actually super easy for Su Long to do that. And I'm like,
that's why we have these stocks.
Yeah. I forget who was I think it might have been Saigo when I was streaming told me about that. And I'm like, oh.
Where is
it?
Oh my god. I always forget we can technically hit Nair up smash as a kill confirm. It's just like you need to hit them with like late hit Nair.
Oh.
And like it's kind of the percents are specific, and I think if they get up, it won't work that reliably. Like it's situational for a few reasons, but you can technically get him with like late hit Nair up smash kill confirms.
Late hit Nair is one of those things where, if you have the read, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's a lot of situations we can get where we can really force it. I think that even the thing I sent you, even though it's a very weird sort of circumstance to get stuff like that too, this is why we should be, this is why getting a down tilt or being in situations where we are forcing them to tech roll would then be okay, we think they're going out or we think they're going in. This is when we're doing the late hit Nair or even a reverse late hit Nair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it. Like finding those spots where we force like those guessing games a bit harder, which it's something we've tried for a long time. Like that's one of those things where it's like in theory it sounds awesome.
Oh, it's hell to execute.
Yeah, like actually getting those like setups or whatever. Yeah, that's good luck in that one. But in theory, oh my god.
The thing is with the with platforms itself, that's a good situation to be like, okay, yeah, you know what, they're gonna roll anyways. You can get something set up on that. That's actually not that difficult to pull off. It's just putting people like unless we're in what's the stage with the platform right in the middle? City? No, town.
Smashville or Halifax?
So if we're in like if we're in like any sort of stage that has like just either one long platform or how they're gonna roll, a lot of things don't matter. But I do think that like, not even considering anything I sent you, getting the late hit Nair as a tech chase situation might be something that we might want to look into.
I like genuinely, particularly if you can do some like Luma up air chicanery afterwards, you can genuinely get a kill off the tech chase. And I was practicing it for a little bit a while back. I still have like I think I uploaded it to my YouTube channel on just like it's just called proof of concept, but it's like you get the tech and then you just sort of like nair, and hypothetically you can track like whether they roll in or out and then hit them with the perfect part of the nair.
Yeah, and they get like the nair to like Lunar Land up air, and it actually just kills them. It's
Yeah.
I feel like every time I actually attempt that, what happens is someone just sees me like pull up nair and they get up attack, and I'm like, oh, damn you.
Oh, sorry, I was getting really excited for almost landing it on my little
Mhm.
game.
I'm out of here.
All right.
Oh my
Damn
goodness.
it.
I think people have that set up so it does that every time.
That's funny. That sounds like
Sonic the Hedgehog, Lorenzo.
Yeah, definitely Sonic.
Not fast enough to punish it on parry. Is this timestamped?
I'm really surprised because I feel like you only will like parry like nair,
Mostly just make waves.
Yeah.
and just like
They
dash
will
attack
end
at
up
least, like at bare minimum.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
Very
you know,
strong player base.
I'm surprised.
If you parry Luma, we could punish that, right?
If they parry Luma, yeah, because they're on so much lag and we're in non-A lag at all.
Damn, this comes down to the unfortunate thing. If we can't really force someone to shield, you can't really force someone to parry, so I create a setup that would work for that. But that makes sense, though.
I mean, I always find that the characters that have to shield a lot versus Rosa are the easy ones anyway. Like, I don't, like, if I'm fighting a character that has to shield, like, has to respect our space, has to deal with Luma, that matchup's easy. Just
Yeah.
straight up. Unless it's, like, the only exception is, like, the super broken shit like Wario and Fox, where it's, like, their out of shield game is so good that it's not that they're forced to shield, it's that they want to shield. But, like, that's, like, such a small niche of characters.
Mm. And it's more about getting more general knowledge. I got you.
I mean, it's not obviously easy for everyone. Like, it's not gonna be like, I'm good versus Mario and, like, DK and shit. It's like, I'm good versus, like, Mario and Yoshi and Ness. It's like, everyone should be good. I know it's not that simple. But that's, like, not really where my mind's been. I feel like trying to get better.
Yeah.
I don't know, has anyone been writing notes in all this stuff, by the way? I feel like I've been trying to absorb it. It's been hard to remember all this, that's for sure.
I have that tiny little note card that I've written things that I find interesting, and then I'm recording this.
So this is
yeah, it's being recorded, so you can always go back and just jot notes or a summary or something like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I do have another question as well. We're talking about a lot of things when it comes to like in advantage, how do we maintain our advantage, and especially things where it's like, okay, like we can do this, but that seem to not be things we can just pull off and match. The most important thing I want to like bring up is in neutral. I know that I've seen a lot of people DAC nair neutral, but it seems very risky. What is our party? What's our party starter? Does anyone have like anything that they have been working on that's been like this is the party starter for them?
I honestly think I think hitting Lunar back air at like 0% is actually a party starter because yeah, DAC nair neutral like doesn't work anymore with good players, but Lunar Land back air into grab is amazing, or even just like that's honestly been the big one I found where you're like, oh, I get 50% off this.
Nice. I've been hitting the Luna back air into Luma shot because it get personally because it does a lot. It does a lot later. It does a lot later on. Like especially if you're trying to, and solo is a really good example of this. Well, solo is the most streamed example of this. If you're putting someone in that boxing ring in between you and Luma, you're gonna get a lot. Especially if you're aiming for like if that's a setup that you want. That back at what did you just hit, Freckles?
Oh, I was just messing around trying to like demonstrate, but I I did that. That was Jay.
Did you Luma shot from behind?
Yes.
Wait, what the what?
I saw that. That was janky. I'm glad someone else noticed it, so I don't have to like convince someone it was real.
What was that?
I was just back airing, and then I hit Luma shot. That was not the Luma shot. And then it hit him, Probably because I like did it so fast. I don't know.
Huh?
That
What?
is
Yeah.
is the Luma shot even hitting him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it.
Okay.
So at ledge tethered, let's say that you're just hitting back, you're just jumping, hitting back air. Does that cover roll? At oh my god!
We're
What?
sure that's Luma shot hitting?
Yes.
Sure that's not just
No.
Yeah, that's
I
only
think
4
that's just
damage.
back air, because that time I didn't do Luma shot. I did 4 damage. I did get it to let work once where it actually did just like...
Yeah, I saw you do it the first time. I've never seen it in my life.
Wait, does this also do
Do you
4
have to be
damage?
more?
That's a 6 damage. Okay.
Okay, wait. Everything we're talking about, we're tabling this. Let's lab it.
I don't think this is useful at all.
I agree, but it's cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit that. I'm sorry, Levens. We don't all know everything. Oh my god. My face when the Rose player was like, "Well, you don't know this thing, Dabuz?" Like, I don't know everything. I just try to do
No, because I know this. Because this is basically just like the same thing as LJSC, but like hitting the back hair and the Luma. Oh, you have to perfect LL Freckles. You have to like perfectly land, hit the thing. Yeah, but you can hit both. But you have to be careful what animation that Luma's in, because you can use the recall or Luma shot to cancel the yeah. But you have to be very careful what position Luma's in to even get that done. So you may be because you were mindlessly back airing and then Luma was behind you, or you did an up air and Luma was behind you. But when Luma was behind you and then you hit the charge shot, it actually put, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know what happened. So like, I could describe what happened with words. I just don't know if I can recreate it. So basically, like the hitbox for Luma shot will like pull Luma from wherever he is. So if he's like behind Rosa for whatever reason, you can actually like have a hitbox behind you. How do I don't know how to set this up. This happens sometimes. Okay. I guess we'll do this.
I don't think this is as finicky as we're
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so if we do this and then we reverse Luma shot, it should hit him. See? So I just did that
So,
with the back air to create the spacing.
Just so you know, Freckles, if you do Dak Nair and then you hit a lunar landing Nair, that setup puts the same spacing, so you don't have to do the shuffle. So if you like recall, Dak Nair.
Oh, like
not forward moving, just Dak Nair, like you're gonna poke someone, and then you don't pull backwards. And you hit Nair as you land, Luma's gonna stay in position. It's not that finicky. Like I'm not saying
talking about this, like this thing. Where you can hold position like that.
Yes, but if you hit Nair, if you're doing the Nair if you do the Nair while Luma lands, then because Luma's locked in an animation, so Luma maintains that position across the screen. So you can run across the screen with Luma like that.
Oh yeah, like this. Oh wait, you want to do it back there?
That's a back air thing I was telling you about, which gets Luma like locked behind you. But if you do it with Nair, you get different setups because Luma doesn't have, while Luma's in the middle of the animation, Luma doesn't have the collision box, so it's not like Luma can push anyone.
It's neat. It's just like so long to set up.
Well, let's put it this way: you're hitting someone with the dash anyways. So you're then setting. That's like the next sequence. So if you're not aiming to set it up, you're just aiming to hit them.
Oh, so you're aiming to hit them with the Luma?
With a Luma dash attack. So you're poking in neutral, and then you're hitting Nair. And I wouldn't hit back air. I would hit Nair for this. Because then what happens is you cover. You also cover the if they're landing on Luma. You cover if they're trying to approach you. because Nair hits on both sides for Luma, and then you can go into like Imagination if they don't get hit by the Nair.
I'm so bad at this.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
But because like again, the position is you're neutral jumping, you're not moving forward or backwards, and you hit Nair right there.
I'm trying to be too.
It's okay if it's not perfect. I have a perfect LL. Don't worry about fast falling either.
Okay. We got the timing back. No.
Yeah.
Forgot the jump. So basically, you're saying that the Luma dash attack can combo into his Nair?
The Luma dash attack isn't the combo. It's just more so like a tool to get them. It's more so a tool just to poke. So you're not like just wasting a resource in neutral. You do the Nair to get the setup, and you'll know what'll happen. Yeah, that's perfect. That's when it happened. There we go. And now Luma's now in position. So that means you can get things like grab into like you can get like jab into grab. You can get a couple other things too. If Luma hits them, it'll lock them in for a little bit, and then that's what kind of messes it up. But if you get the perfect positioning on it, it's just easy. Nah, that's it. So you see how Luma's like kind of like really jiggly wiggly? When Luma's jiggly wiggly, you can basically just move, and Luma will just move with you. As long as Luma's in the animation or the recovery animation for the Nair.
Yeah, like what I was doing.
Same thing with Nair. Yeah, but the issue with doing the back air one is if you're trying to like a sneak and up smash, if you want to sneak and up smash, it's perfect. But if you want to like I know, jiggly wiggly. But if you want to do something where you want to have Luma maintain the position so you know where the spacing is for like an up or a Luma isolated up air, then you can have it too. And you can maintain that with and you can still hit them and maintain the Nair. You just can't move with it if you hit them. And it's a lot more finicky.
I mean, that's the sort of thing I kind of like keep in the back of my mind, and I try to like make plays that allow for Luma to be separated from Rosa like that. But I don't know.
It's difficult.
Modifying it goes. I don't really just throw it out with the intent of doing it. It just sort of happens.
Start with the back Nair?
Like this sort of thing. I intentionally do things like this, where I like have Luma spaced afterwards. I think
if you do it with a Nair, as long as you hop, you can reset the Nair. So you can continuously reset it just by jumping.
Okay, we are trying to be too perfect here. We don't need to do this. Okay.
No, you don't even need the perfect LL it. So like it's not even like that. Yeah, see, because you can jump and then Luma now maintains that position, meaning you can get like a down air, a lot of other things. So it's not like it's just an isolated thing. If that makes sense.
And if you time your moves correctly, you can get like the bonus move, bonus frame data. I think I posted this on my YouTube channel too. But like, if you do this and then down tilt, you have like Luma down tilt slightly later than usual.
Yes, and then it also, so the thing I told you that you have to use Jiggly Wiggly to get this positioning on. If you're doing a sliding, if you like are running backwards and you're doing a fair, and you're doing a sliding fair or even a sliding D-tilt, you can actually get that positioning. Like, to be honest, it's really easy to get the quote-unquote Wilski boost from just randomly being in neutral.
Exactly.
I pivoted, I ran backwards, pivoted, and then did the now you're holding that position just because you did Starbase. It's really easy to get it, and I think it's just something that we just don't do often because it's just something you have to be very aware of. But like, if you're going to be poking,
I don't know what.
But if you're poking, I'm just saying if you're poking in neutral anyways, getting it. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get it set up, and then basically you have freedom.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just neat.
It's very neat. Anywho, back to the discussion at hand.
If I gotta go in like a couple minutes, I'm not gonna lie, I think after almost 2 hours, my brain is kind of fried anyway. I guess, if there's any closing points, because I'm sorry I've been talking, but yeah, I'm just fried, so. Any last closing points before we call it? Or at least I leave, I should say. I
just have my 3 points. For our advantage, I really, like, it just comes back to what we were talking about earlier. I just think that, like, we should be not leaning into setups so heavily that we can't get things, but just looking at based off what we've done, what setups we can get off of it and kind of aim our combos around that. Disadvantage, not really much that we talked about, but like for neutral especially, I think that we should be aiming our pokes around what we can get off of it. So like, it's not just about like, I think that like empty back airing is good because it gets it's combo. It gets the not the combo starts, but it gets like the party started. But figuring out what the reason why we're doing things to get the party started is kind of like what I think is next for this character. Because I don't think that like even though it's very risky, doing things like Dak Nair in neutral is bad, especially considering what we can get off of it if that's your aim. Because the thing is, oh man, I hit just a dash attack with Luma, oh I can still get a grab off of this. And we have good drift that we can get stuff off of it. So I think that figuring out now like setups for ourselves and getting those like a little more pre-canned setups of I did this because this is safe, now I get this off this because of this.
Yeah.
And as I think
Like,
where we
like
have
having a much better flowchart and playing. It's actually funny because I kind of disagree because, and I'm not saying okay. So I say I disagree. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. It's more so I am of the opinion that I feel like it'd be more effective. Not necessarily a player with fishing for pecan setups because that's predictable. I think honestly it's kind of the opposite where I think if we can hit those setups, we go for them. Like we should obviously use them. But I feel like Rosa, we should be playing her even safer than we currently are because a lot of these pre-can setups require us to commit, and our risk reward sucks. So like I've been leaning into the idea of more of like, what if I just don't even bother with Dak and Nair neutral unless it's like guaranteed punish? And like I use the back here because that's super safe. But like I literally am just like I'm just gonna starve it. I'm just gonna run and dash attack, and like I'm just gonna be comfortable waiting for an opening dash attack for 10%, and holding advantage state with that positioning. So I guess does that make sense? Where like, I kind of agree, but I don't think we should be hard Actually, I kind of agree, but I don't think we should be hard focusing on hitting these pre-can setups because it makes it predictable, and most of them are a little bit too unsafe.
Like, I think the time for setups is ledge. Neutral is not a good time for setups. They take so much more effort. There's so much more options your opponent has to dismantle them. But at ledge, their options are finite. You can count them.
My point for this is like on platform at ledge. These are situations where it's like, and I'm not talking about setups where it's like, oh, we have to like do this dash attack into this perfect landing to get this thing too. It's literally just. They got on ledge. I don't know if they're going to tech roll. I'm just going to I'm going to cover this ledge. I practice Luma shotting here, and I know what I get off of that. The second I know that they're going to be hitting that they're hitting onto the ledge. When they're on stage, when they're on stage, it's a little bit different. We have to play around with different things. I think that if you really want to get into the mentality of I did this random thing and now this gave me a random setup, so now I know that I did this random thing to get this random setup, you can play around that and just be really good at being aware of it. But my biggest thing is like in advantage stage, I do think we should start looking at the they're at this percentage, they're off of stage, let's get the party started. I'm gonna just detether. I know that I create setups that I can cover every single option. Now I just have to practice what I'm trying to aim for. Oh, this player has this habit. Let's get the party going. And that's kind of where I want to. That's how I feel about it. But not neutral. Neutral's a little bit too nuanced of a conversation where we have to figure some other stuff out.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. I would add into that. I think we figure that out while also not overextending because I think Rosa has a lot of stuff we can do that at least a lot. But if it doesn't work, we get punished too hard potentially. So I think there's definitely needs to be another conversation at some point about like what exactly is worth going for in terms of like we can do it safely, and if it doesn't work, it's not a big deal. Because like for example, like the down tilt Nair I mentioned, it's becoming a little too committal for me to bother with nowadays. A lot of times.
Yeah.
This is really tiny, and I've only thought about it in my head, and I haven't like actually switched over. But I think F tilt it kills earlier with Luma. I think we could consider switching from down tilt to F tilt. I'm pretty sure F tilt also hits ledge if you're crouching.
I have actually been using F tilt attack cancel forward air when someone is at kill percents and potentially ledge holding. So I agree specifically when someone is at forward to kill percents that you guys should be using it. I say you guys because I definitely use it.
Oh.
I'm just being a little annoying, don't worry. But I agree. You're completely right about that. It's just knowing the percents where it will kill, because it's only better if it kills. Otherwise, the extra damage is not worth the significantly worse lingering hitboxes on it. And yes, Solo, I love Chunk doing the stream the hold A combo with Rosa. It's funny.
What was I gonna say? Honestly, this is because to me this is the first discussion that we've all had together, and the first discussion that like I've been part of. I think the idea is from moving forward, especially with discussions like this, just getting a topic of discussion that we're gonna just focus very heavily on. Because man, honestly, my brain's melting, and when my brain melts, I can start throwing random videos out. But I think that like this seems like we need to reinvestigate all the actual tools we have and just go like you saying we should investigate the tools we have and see what's actually worth it and what's not worth it. I actually very much so agree with that. Because if we can just say we should start practicing this more, and this is why we should start practicing this more, then we can just get people practicing this more, and then it's like, okay, now people have been a little more creative, they gotten a couple like cool things out of it. This is useful, this is not, based on this based on what we have here. If there's something that we like, it's too fuck it, we ball, let's not ball.
Yeah, I agree. Rosa's so bad, too fuck it, we ball. She's not. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's playing golf, everyone's playing basketball.
She balls. She doesn't play basketball though. She plays tennis.
She plays badminton. Let's be real. Pickleball, maybe even.
What?
Oh okay, let's not insult her with the badminton. Come on, relax. All right,
listen. I'm just saying, the backhand, it's powerful. That's it.
Oh yeah.
The wand is looking like a badminton racket right now.
Oh yeah, bro.
I do especially like I guess I'll read my big takeaways to summarize. Detether down smash shield. Catch air dodge with downer up smash. Short hop Luma shot downer, which is the ledge setup that you just posted. Luma in the air for neutral. Those are my points of interest that I want to investigate further.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good.
The Luma in the air for neutral that Dabuz you were talking about earlier, I honestly am gonna probably practice that a lot more, but I'm gonna practice that with sending Luma behind me first.
Okay.
Because I feel like throwing Luma forward, especially in a matchup with like Samus, that's a Wii ball.
Yeah.
That's a fun Wii ball. That's like a reliable Wii ball. I did have one more thing to show, so if you guys want to like finish with your notes, I have one last thing. But I'm gonna see where I put it.
Alright.
Oh god, I sent so many links. Oh god.
You did.
Pass link.
Yeah, I think the big thing, honestly, I learned from this is I'm just like, I think I'm gonna go for like the downer set at the ledge more. I feel like that's really strong, and that's like that and the downer to catch someone landing. Those are the two things where I'm like, yeah, those seem good. Maybe Luma shot off stage to edge guard. I can see potential there, just to like force things out. And I feel more confident in the idea of trying to test out Luma in the air a bit more.
Yeah. I was thinking about it in my head. Oh my god, it's really funny. I like to aim for the spot on the shield that sends Luma up, just because why not? And when you hit it, it's really funny. Not that important. But basically, I was thinking, like, especially after doing, like, an empty hop, you could just, like, shoot Luma out a bit before you hit the ground. I think is probably a more reasonable place to set that up.
Yeah. Alright. I gotta go give a lesson now, actually. I didn't think this was gonna take 2 hours. Otherwise, we've pushed it back a bit further. But anyway, I gotta go give a lesson. I'm gonna catch you guys later. We should do this again sometime. Maybe like I don't know. Let's just tentatively plan for about a month from now. Like after labbing this, maybe even like a few weeks.
100%. Oh,
maybe we just
quickly,
kind of like talk in a meta chat discussion about these things as we kind of mess with them. Don't have to wait that long. That might be better.
I'm definitely gonna start uploading videos of me actually trying some stuff out. But the last thing I was gonna send, and this is the last thing I wanted to show you as well. This is just like dealing with projectiles thing that this guy put out, and I talked to this guy a lot on Twitter, and we actually have been bouncing back and forth a couple things. But this is the one thing that like I saw, which I thought was kind of neat. I think that maybe one or two of you would find this interesting.
Ooh, I could try this. Yeah. It's like I think the step's too slow, but I could be wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can mess around with this next time I fight like a projectile character. That's. Yeah, it's interesting. Gimmicky as fuck, but interesting.
It's interesting.
Alright. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
I was hoping for you to tag me if you want to like just talk about things in this channel, because I like talking about Rosa stuff. I just may know.
Understood. Okay. I have the rest of you here.
Of course.
Just want to say, really good chat. And I have some things that I would like to go over with some of the roses that are still kind of like practice and figure some stuff out. Is Solo still in this call? I need to go ask if Solo is. Perfect.
Wait,
boy.
wait, never mind, they left.
So what I want to do, because we have one really good representative of us right now. A lot of us are still playing, but a lot of us are just kind of chilling and like doing what we want to do. I'm definitely not competitive anymore with this game. I actually was wondering if, from the list that I have in resources, if for the next time we do this, just for funsies, does anyone want to take one tech and just actually learn it?
Oh, the tech I was learning? Oh my god, I didn't even brag about this. The tech I'm trying to do right now is just doing like wave dash down, jab 3, which anyone who's attempted it should know that it's really hard for a variety of reasons.
It's fun. You also try to do it from the shuffle boost. Why not? Like again, the actual other boost works better.
What do you mean it works better? It takes more time to set up.
Shuffle takes longer.
What does it? See?
It does. In an actual match, I'm more terrified of doing it.
Really? Well, that's just because you're like not good at it. If you have it down to just do like 2 turns, it's pretty good.
In fairness, every single thing that this character has literally comes down to, did you practice it enough? Because the thing I tagged earlier, the reverse aerial rush stuff, and where you get like the falling nair with Luma behind you, I actually practice that. It's very easy for me to do that in an actual match, but that's because I practice it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And a lot of the stuff that we have here
is more and more confidence on shuffle.
Yeah,
like you can train it. Yeah, like you can. It's possible to train it and to get it in like a few hours of practice, I think.
So the real question is there anything that is there any tech that anyone wants to specifically look at and then see what they can get out of it, how it works, what it does, if it's worth it or not worth it? Because right now,
yeah. Honestly, I'm pretty intrigued by the Lumac blocked under stage when you get it up. So I think I'll try to practice this one a bit more.
Definitely practice that one. I also would suggest, if you're very interested in Luma movement, I'm going to send you the video of this, but I have a full explanation of this and Luma animation stuff. I'll actually send it to you directly. This is one of the Ooey ball type stuff. So I'm going to quickly...
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of my favorite things about this character. Like when we ball with Luma and weird thing happens. So yeah.
Oh yeah, shoot! I didn't even get to say this. I know that we try to reduce the risk reward of this character, but I actually genuinely think that maybe we should just understand that there's gonna be risk. It's like Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers has actual risk to the play of the character, and I know I keep using that character as an example. It's only because they're the only other character that has to actually they have to set things. They have to set up.
But they kill. Their setups kill. They get away with that because it kills.
No, but ours do kill.
Do they?
Yes, there's actually a lot of setups we have that have kills on them. A lot. And some of them are universal kills. It's kind of nutty. It's just the unfortunate nature of our setups is they're not we're not a combo character. So having setups, it's oh god, we're not gonna get this long advantage state in the same way. We just have to you can get a lot of reward for a lot of risk, but it's gonna require us to it's going to require us to really understand the game better, and not the game in the sense of how the game is, but if someone is going to respond to something in this way, we should kind of start thinking it's kind of nasty for me to do this here. I know this person's going to roll. I've been putting this person into constant tech chase situations. It's kind of annoying for them. Once I know that they know that they're going to be in a tech chase situation and they're trying to roll in because they're trying to press their advantage state. That's when I'm doing things like the reverse aerial rush, dash attack cancel, because it's okay, this is where I think you're going to do this thing, and especially when it comes to the sour spot, which works on 75% to 80% of the cast, what's called again, the Daredevil Comet. You get that out of if they're rolling into you, you can hit that quite easily. If they're rolling away from you, you can get that quite easily, every single time. And Solo is a really good example of a player that like forces tech chase situations all the time because they always put people in between Luma and Rosa, and that's how they play. I genuinely just think that the guaranteed situation of you have to tech or you did not tech is a situation to kind of like start to, for ourselves, reevaluate. If that makes sense. My fellow Roses. Also, I play on, what's it called again? Smashbox, so
Oh, your tech must be on point.
Yeah, Smashbox sounds really good for Rosa.
It's genuinely it's a game changer. I play Rebels Aether in Smashbox. I play this character in the Smashbox. I play a lot of things on Smashbox. But the thing is,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, which is also why I'll say this: we should practice this stuff and try this stuff, even though it seems like it's like, oh, this seems gimmicky. There's a lot of if you don't look at it from what the Twitter clips are and look at it in the we're doing this now, and once we hit this is what we get from it. It's easy to like get it when you know what situations that it works in, because the thing is about getting the situation right. And one of the good, like a really good player that did something that's kind of like this, where it seems like it could be a gimmick but not, is Void. Remember, Void has the raindrop, and the raindrop's kind of nasty, and he can kind of hit it. So the real question is, and the thing I think that I'm trying to ask everyone is, let's start investing into the tech that we have to see what is going to get us closest to our raindrop. Drop top.
Okay. Do you guys believe in the jab reverse up tilt shit that I tried to post?
Can you post them somewhere else too?
I like.
Yeah. So I don't
Can you
think
post
I
it in the
saw.
chat?
Yeah, sure. I should be able to find the video again.
Thank you.
So what I will post is not a reverse up tilt. It's a regular up tilt on Bowser. But I've been trying to make that work with C-stick reverse up tilt, which should work the exact same way.
There we go.
And so yeah, the problem with reverse up tilt variation is it's much like it's so weird because somehow Luma slightly retreats when doing the reverse when reverse up tilting, even with the C stick. So it's like I struggle to get it consistently, but if it's possible, then I think it's worth it because it gives us a kill confirm.
How are you
It's
not
a
hitting the?
kill.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
How are you not hitting the strong hit of up tilt?
Because you reverse it with the C stick, it's tethered.
You reverse.
And if you ask about that video, it's Bowser's Bowser's hurt box during that animation, which is really weird. It's just weird. Like this with regular up tilts is Bowser, like basically Bowser specific. But with reverse up tilts, I wonder if we can make it work on other characters.
Okay.
Where's the Ice Climber mains? Also, do you guys want to collab with them?
The Ice Climber Discord?
Yeah.
To do what?
To be honest, which reminds me, I gotta talk to who's the owner of the service again? Princess. I gave a lot more time for the competition because not a lot of people were posting.
Hey, I think I had a lovely combo, and I was gonna be pissed if I lost because I had the most damage.
Actually, again,
you're thing on Cloud. You're like 0 to 80 on Cloud.
I know,
right?
Yeah, it's nothing new. It is just a compilation of all the combo stuff we
Yeah,
already know.
of stuff that we can do. Oh, something that I've been trying as well is like at 80, 90, something like that. Daknair into Roar full hop, double jump, nair, up air. Which is... Yeah, it should be around 80 more. Which should be, like, fully true. But I can't get it, because I'm too sloppy.
I personally think for me to get better, it's not really learning tech, it's just like
Yeah.
fixing bad habits.
Yeah, of course. Like, it's also about using it properly and becoming a better player. Like, overall.
Although I
In
really
terms
like
of not
the,
just, like...
the short cut. I really like this setup.
Okay, wait, I'm actually getting it somehow. That's a bit too high. Ooh, okay. So I actually managed to get it, but I'm on such a scuffed setup. I'm not sure if I can record it. Okay, let me try. That's gonna be terrible, but that's fine.
I do need to like go eat lunch, so I'm gonna head out. It was lovely.
I'm right now. I'm putting out a hit